Hey everybody, hello, welcome to the Homestead Hangout. Got some jams going on over here. Come on, Joe, welcome to the party. I don't want to shut that. Jack will come in. Have a seat. Yeah, we do. We have 2 people on so far. Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead Hangout. Gonna give everybody a few minutes to get on here. Is it leaking? Like my music that I chose? Just kind of gives it that vibe.
What vibe?
You know, like that October, fall, homestead hangout vibe. You know? So I don't have to do it myself like I did last month and you made fun of me. See? But we could do air guitar. All right. Let's get started here. All right. Hey, everybody. Hi, Andrea. Hello, Sharon. Hi, from Texas. Sharon's in Texas. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the October Homestead Hangout. I don't know. I'm like super excited about this month's hangout, and I just love fall. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I think spring and fall are probably my most favorite seasons of the year because winter, you're just about done and over the cold. So spring coming is really exciting, right? Because it's like the newness of everything, the garden, all the hope of summer to come. And then fall, you're kind of over the summer, right? Over the humidity, over the heat, and you're ready for things to cool down. So I always get excited this time of the year. All of the leaves are changing. But what's funny is here in Virginia, it is still hot as can be. Even though I'm dressed like this, I'm only dressed like this today because it's kind of like rainy and overcast. But if you step outside, it's still warm. It doesn't have that cool, crispy October feel that I want it to have. Why are you laughing at me? Are you ready for cool, crisp air, Joe? Well, you better be, because we're about to have a lot of it when we get to Alaska.
Yep.
Oh, he's in here anyway. The cat snuck in. He acts like he wants to be in here, and then like 5 minutes later, he's scratching at the door because he wants out. You guys have probably heard him on some of my videos I've done. Angie, hey, poor reception here. Hi, Tina and Joe. Hot in Indiana today. Oh, bummer, poor reception. Is it on my end or is it on your end? I don't know. I think it looks like I have a pretty good signal. Everything's clear over here. Yeah, Angie, it's hot here too. I was just talking about that. Texas is still so hot right now. Bring on fall. I'm so ready, you guys. We went to like a potluck for our homeschool community the other day, and they live out on a farm, and I'm like dressed in like a sweater and jeans and my Uggs, and it was outside and it was blazing hot. I was like sweating it up real good. I was just hoping it was going to be cool and crisp, and it wasn't. Oh, okay, Angie. So your rule. Yep. I don't know. I always, hi, yeah, hi. I don't know how to say your name. Adham, maybe? Tell me how I did. Did I butcher it? I always get so sad. I get a lot of people from other countries that leave comments on the videos, and I don't know how to interpret the language. And sometimes I can pick out pieces of words here and there, and I can plug it into Google, and I can be like, oh, okay, it's a positive comment. So if it's a good comment, I can heart it. But if there's a bad word in there, then I know it's not good.
He's laughing at me.
Okay, he's laughing at me. Okay, they're laughing. That's a good sign. Joe's going to go grab his glasses so he can help me read the comments. He's getting older. Well, we're both getting older. So I just had to up my prescription for my contacts. my eyes are getting worse as I get older. I don't know. It was like when I hit probably 35, my vision just went down the toilet. Snow in the forest for Tuesday here in Custer, South Dakota. Already getting snow. I'm so jealous. I can't wait to see snow. You know, every year Parker prays and hopes for snow. He has yet to see a white Christmas, you guys. He's never woken up. I have had that. We lived in Iowa for part of my childhood, and I've had that, and even in Big Bear, California, when I was younger, and I woke up Christmas morning to tons of snow and even snow falling, and he's never got to experience that. So he's definitely going to get to experience that in Alaska, maybe a little bit more than he wants to. So applied knowledge. You must tell me your first name, if you don't mind, because we're always messaging each other on the comments, and you're so funny. I was laughing so hard when you told me about the honey and peanut butter sandwich getting in your beard. I was like, oh, okay, so it's a guy. Sometimes I don't know because of the YouTube channel name. I don't know if it's a woman I'm talking to or a man, and I don't know your name. All I know is your YouTube channel name, or your YouTube account name, I should say. So, yeah. So,
woman with a beard.
Okay. All right, Joe, starting out the gate early, huh? Joe said it could be a woman with a beard. All right, we're not going to go there tonight. We're just not going to do that, Joe. Not yet. At least wait till we hit the 30-minute marker, and then you can start with the comedy. Babe, look at the glare. You see the glare in your glasses, the ring light? Kit, does it help you to see, though?
There we go, right there.
You look like Short Circuit. That's what that reminds me of. Oh, my goodness. Jason, hey.
You read them, man.
Jason's on from Bama Outdoors. Hi, Tina and Joe. I'm in Gulf Shores. I'll try to help the best I can. Aw, Jason, thank you so much. You're in Gulf Shores. Is that, I've heard that before. Is that Florida? Gulf Shores. Where's that at, Jason? Help me out. I'm thinking it sounds somewhere warm and palm tree-like to me. I don't know. So if you're not at home and you're somewhere else and you're signing into the Homestead Hangout, I sure appreciate that. That's pretty nice. Jonathan, applied knowledge. So John, anything but late for supper. Okay. All right. I promise I won't call you late for supper. I give you my word. So how's everybody doing? How's your last month been, you guys? We are, my goodness, we've got so much going on. I wanted to share with you guys where we're at with everything. So you guys know we're moving to Alaska. Joe has a year until retirement from the military. Hopefully. We've submitted his religious exemption. We have not heard anything back. So in my opinion, no news is good news for now, right? So we're just praying, and I'm kind of at peace with it. I'm just trusting God. Whatever will be, and it'll all come out in the wash, right? And we're going to be fine either way. So just waiting on that. And Jason, Gulf Coast in Bama. I'm literally on the beach typing. Oh, I knew it was a freaking beachy place, Jason. I knew it. Oh, I'm so jealous. Parker just did a homeschool project, and he was writing about Jamaica. We went to Jamaica in 2018 for a family vacation, and I'm kind of ashamed to say we have only been on 2 major family vacations in our whole adult life. We went on a cruise one year, which was fun, but you know, it was like busy. You got to stay on the schedule of the cruise ship and get back to the boat on time and don't miss them pulling out and all that good stuff. And then we also went to Jamaica in 2018, and Parker only remembers the 2018 Jamaica trip. So that's like all he talks about. And he asked me, he said, can we go to Jamaica again? And I'm like, look, dude, we're not leaving the United States of America for a long time, okay? Because look at the people in Afghanistan that are trapped behind enemy lines. I'm good. I'm just going to stay put for a little while. Andrea, I'm in Long Island putting my chickens away. All right. How many chickens do you have, Andrea? Am I saying your name right? Some people say Andrea and some people say Andrea. So I want to make sure I say it right. Send me the join link really quick. Jason, help me out here. What do you mean the join link? To the live? I think that's what you're talking about. I don't know if I can do that because if I go out of this screen, I can only get out of the screen I'm in if I end the live, but I could probably do it from my phone. So tell me what you mean, Jason. Let me see. I think I know what you mean. Let me see. Andrea, it is right. Okay. I have 6 regular and 4 silkies. Oh, 6 is a good number. That's a good number for a family. I think we have way too many chickens. I always say that. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second.
She has 10.
Who? Oh, 10. I can't add. You can homeschool too. I just saw 6, but I forgot. She said chicks. 6 regular and 4 silkies. Not chicks, babe. Silkies.
Disregard Tina. We'll do later.
Okay. All right, Jason. Sorry. You guys, look, I'm so not a techie person, okay? One thing I wanted to tell you guys is I finally set up my merchant store tab for the channel. What? I'm getting serious up in here. But how many hours did it take me, Joe? Probably 4. Like 3 to 4 hours. My contacts were glued to my eyeballs by the end of the night. And it's just very difficult for me to do techie stuff. So I'm surprised I can do what I do. So yeah, Jason, you'll have to get with me later. I'm sorry. Andrea, want to keep the chicks. 14, want to keep the chicks. I know it's hard. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, I always want to keep all of them. In fact, where we get our raw milk from the farm that we get our raw milk from, they have a hen that was over by the building where we get the milk, and she had some chicks the other day. And I was just thinking, man, I miss seeing chicks on the homestead because we hatch chicks every year, whether we incubate them ourselves in the house or we have our broody hens do it for us. We always have chicks running around. And right now, our teenagers just started laying. So we don't have any chicks on the property, and I really miss seeing that. I'm building a barn to house my goats in winter, also to milk them inside. A new parlor and loafing spaces. A loafing space. Somewhere I've also go to find a space in the barn for rabbits and chickens. I am fine. Sounds like you have a lot of animals, John. That's exciting. So do you guys normally milk your goats, or is this kind of like the beginning of that adventure for you? Definitely having a barn. I think when we first did a dairy cow on the old property, if you guys go to the beginning of my videos when we first started the channel, I had a cow. I had a dairy cow, a Jersey. And y'all, we should not have got her when we got her because we moved out to 18 acres, had to clear a lot to put up a house. And in the midst of that, we were living in an RV for 5 months on the property. And I'm like, I'm going to buy a cow. So what do? I go on Craigslist and I bought a cow. They deliver this cow pregnant, ready to just calf any day. And I have no barn, no milking stanchion, nothing. So Joe and a fly put together a pretty cool milk stanchion. Thanks to YouTube, right? And I put up like a tent, a canopy. Joe would put up a canopy over the milk stanchion for me to milk her in the rain because we didn't have a barn. We didn't even have like shelters for the cows or anything. That's how I work though, a lot of times. And thankfully he kind of rolls with it. I just get these great ideas and then we figure out what to do with stuff later. Hey guys, yeah, can you guys hit the like button for me? Thank you so much, Jason. I always forget to ask everybody to hit the like button. If you guys can hit the like button really quick, that would be awesome. It just kind of helps YouTube, the algorithm, get the message sent out about the video. So hit the like button for me. I appreciate that. So yeah, so big news. I told you guys I wanted to share something with you tonight. And I guess it's not big news. I'm not pregnant, first of all. Let's just put that out there.
Me either.
Yeah, Joe's not pregnant either. Although nowadays, I think you can be, right? Okay, let's not go there. We're not at the 30-minute mark. Let's wait for that. We are going to Alaska sooner than we had planned to originally. So, but it's only 2 of the Watsons heading up to Alaska. So Joe is taking Parker and I up to the cabin in March. And then he's going to be coming back to Virginia to finish out his last 6 months before he retires, unless the Coast Guard kicks him out sooner because of, the crazy mandates you guys know from the last video. Okay. So yeah, we put the house on the market, and there's a couple things that played into our decision. And you guys know me, I'm all about not living in fear, but I'm really big on prepping and preparing for the inevitable. And the housing market, at least here in Virginia, has been really, really good for quite a while. And it's been a seller's market big time for like a good, pretty much for the whole pandemic, right? And I wanted to get in on that. I wanted to take advantage of that. We need funds when we get to the Alaska property to do things. The only structure as of now is the cabin. And we need to build my sweet grandfather a guest cabin. You guys know he's 88. He lives here on the property with us, and he's going with us to Alaska. We got to build a chicken coop and a woodshed and a garage for Joe and all kinds of stuff. We would like to have a boat to go fishing, snowmobiles and quads. We need a big Mac Daddy greenhouse. Like, we have lots of plans. So that's going to take money. So I know that the market here can't last like this forever. At some point, it's going to change. So I wanted to make sure that we got everything out of the house that, it's worth. And went on the market. The first showing that day, they put an offer the next day. Full price offer, gave us everything we wanted. So we're ratified. We're under contract, and we are set to close on a transaction in November. And then we're actually going to be renting for 3 months. And we're going to head out in March. Joe's going to take us up to Alaska, and we're going to start this journey. So that's part of why we were doing like the big Polaris upgrades, because I'm going to need the Polaris for some stuff around the property, plowing the driveway and all that good stuff. So it's going to just be me and little Parker for about 6 months up there. Ain't no grass grows under my feet. I say it like you have an accent. I don't know why I just did that. I did milk them, but after my hands had enough, I opted to upgrade. Yeah, I did the same thing, John. I got a milker for my cow, and it was the best thing I could have done. It was an American company, Utterly Easy Milker, I think is what it was called. Changed my life. I could milk out my cow in like 15 minutes, and I didn't have to break my hands to do it. And I did the same thing here on the homestead with my sheep. I got the same system from the same company, not the same system, but it was a different milker, just a hand milker. Because her teats, the sheep teats, were so tiny compared to the cow teats, right? So it made my life a lot easier. So no judgment here, John. Get you that milking machine or whatever it is that you got to help you out. I've been there, done that, and I fully support that. Ark Encounter vacay, don't forget. I didn't, Angie. I just thought about that today. I'm not even kidding you. I was like, man. So the thing is, since we're not all going up together forever, that plan would have gave us more time, right? Because we're not on anybody's schedule. Joe would be retired. We don't have to get him back to work. So I wanted to stop all along the country and take Parker to see lots of stuff. And while we might not get to do that, maybe we can still stop in, Angie, and do the Ark Encounter, because I think if we don't do that on the way, we'll probably never do it. So I did not forget, and I was actually just thinking about that today. Joe got the correct hammer. Big news. Oh my gosh. I think I got like 3 different comments on the hammer just in the last couple of days. I'm like, oh, the hammer. Joe's like, if I was watching that video, I wouldn't even notice that the guy was using the wrong hammer. Like, what the heck? So not
at the end.
Huh?
I had the wrong hammer at the end of the video.
Was it only at the end?
Well, no, of the Polaris upgrade video.
Oh, is that what John's talking about?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Yes, because we did have the right hammer in that. Yeah. That was Joe's idea to put that in the bloopers. And I know so many people probably don't get that. They're like, got the right hammer. But you guys all that have been around for a while, you know what that means. Oh my gosh. Get that boy a hammer. I've just had so many comments about that. So we were talking about the merch store for the channel. If you guys go to my YouTube channel, you know, the little links, videos, playlists about, you know, you can see all those little headlines up there, or categories. I don't know what you would call them, but there's a store tab. So I've created a store with merch for Blessed Beautiful Homestead. Gonna do a lot more. Didn't really dive into it because by the time I got it all set up, I was just like seeing cross-eyed. Like I said, it took me like 4 hours to get it set up, but super cute. My apron's on there that I was telling you guys about in the cucumber video. So if the cucumber chip video that I did a couple weeks ago. So if you guys want to check out the apron, it's there. Just fun stuff. I think it's really neat. But we were joking about doing some other designs and logos for t-shirts. And I want to do something about a hammer, something funny. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. And it'll obviously be like an inside joke for all of us on the channel, right? Because some people don't know what we're talking about. Hello from Scotland. Great news about your new adventure. I love watching your videos. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for joining us from Scotland. So I found out through Ancestry DNA that Joe and I actually have, we're actually the majority Scotland. No, you're 9%, right? Yeah, Joe's 9%. And I think I had 30% or something like that. But we were trying to figure out where Lexi got her red hair from. And I know that, you know, Scottish people are known for their red hair. And so maybe that's where she gets it from. I've got like 30%, 30 something, and Joe's 9% Scottish. So that's pretty cool. I want the apron. It's beautiful. Thanks, Andrea. I was messing around one day. I make my bee labels for our honey on a website called Zazzle.com. And of course they had some pop up and it prompted me and I'm like, let me just see what it would look like with our little logo on there. And it turned out super cute. So I love aprons. I've got a couple of them hanging up in the kitchen and I thought it would be a fun thing that I can do for the channel and also something I can give as like giveaways and stuff. Hi, challenges into blessings. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. So I was just talking about how we're going to be going up to Alaska sooner than we thought. So, you know, we'll see how all this goes. We've got a lot going on. We just got through the home inspection for the property. And now we've got to do like our well inspection, septic inspection, all that good stuff. But it's going well so far. The buyers are really awesome people. They just seem really down to earth and really cool. They want to keep the chickens because we're not taking, somebody asked me the other day in the comments what animals we're taking. So we're only taking the 2 dogs and the 2 cats. The chickens, you know, we were going to sell them off, but the buyers actually decided that they want to keep them. So I'm happy about that. You know, some of those chickens and even our rooster is like our original flock. So I'm kind of sad to leave them, and Parker is too, but we'll get a new flock when we get up to Alaska. And I was happy that they wanted to keep the chickens. So let's see. So yeah. What else was I going to tell you guys? I don't know. I think you guys probably saw my picture that I put on the community wall of the Alaska property in the fall. Just beautiful. Our realtor, if anybody needs a good realtor in Alaska, let me know because I've got a good guy up there that helped us with the property. And he actually has been working with us for over a year. And you guys, some of you may know I'm a realtor also here in Virginia. And I'm a little bit of a control freak. So I give this dude props because, you know, being a realtor myself is really hard for me not to do my own transaction and be hands-on with it. So he was probably thinking I was a nightmare client. I was probably somebody that I wouldn't want to work with, I think. It's just because I'm really picky and really meticulous and, you know, I've seen some nightmares in transactions. So I wanted to make sure that we were protected and that someone was really looking out for our best interests. But he was fantastic. He actually went up to the property this week and put up a chain across the driveway, no trespassing sign, because it's going to be vacant for a couple months. We're not going to be up there until March. And he took those pictures of the cabin, and I think seeing it in the fall was like, oh my goodness, all the golden leaves, the yellow leaves, seeing the pond in the fall. It was absolutely beautiful. It was late getting because I'm traveling back home from Homesteaders. My cell service sucks. Sorry. Oh, you're good. Okay. So did you guys go to Homesteaders of America conference? I've been seeing that all over Instagram. A lot of people, I heard it was super busy. Homestead DNA, they have a YouTube channel. They have posted that they stood in line for like a couple hours or something like that. It was crazy. Sunken greenhouse in northern area, just an idea so y'all can grow produce year round. I'll have to remember that because so many milking equipment, but not sure which ones are scams. Yeah, John, I will send you something. And if I forget, please message me. I'll send you the link to the website where I got my milker. They've got everything from cow milkers, sheep. I think they even have like milkers for camels and horses.
Cats.
They don't do cats. No, they don't. But they have a ton of them. And it's just like this simple system that it's, some of the milkers that you see, especially for cows, they're these huge, clunky things.
We had one.
And we had one. Yeah. It was like the big, huge silver stainless steel thing with the big tubes, and the milk goes through the tubes into the canister. And then after each milking, you have to clean and disinfect every tube and run the water through. And it was like, this is for the birds. It was too much. The utterly easy milker, the milk goes straight from the teat right into the holder. They have 2 little quart-size holders that come with it. They suction right onto the teats, and then you just pinch it off the tube when you're ready to empty the container. Dump it in your bucket, put it back up, put it back on the teat, unpinch it, and the flow continues. I mean, it was like, my goodness, it was a lifesaver. So I'll send you the link to that. And even when we got the sheep milker, it was amazing. It was a lifesaver. I mean, our sheep ended up having an abscess on her teeth that caused drama with milking, but the milker was awesome. Challenges into blessings says, did you guys decide on flying or ferry? So as of now, we're going to take the ferry. We've taken the ferry a couple times. We've been in Alaska a few times, as most of you know. I've had some comments from people that are like, are you sure this isn't a bad idea? Are you sure you're not going to change your mind? Do you have a plan B? I don't think a lot of people realize this isn't our first time in Alaska. We've been there twice. And I've actually been in Alaska several times alone because of Joe being gone in the military. He was gone in Iraq for a year. I was up in Fairbanks for a year with Lexi all by myself, and then several deployments with the Coast Guard in Ketchikan. So, I know how to throw my hair up and get down and dirty if I have to. I'm not, I don't know. I think people might look at me and go, yeah, you're going to Alaska? Okay. But you guys should see me on a Saturday morning when I first wake up, and then you'd be like, oh, I see now. Yeah. What's that? I see you, Joe. I see you. So John, South Dakota, I live totally off grid, no running water or electric. We have a gas generator, but I'm unable to buy, sell, or trade items, and I'm looking into alternative ways for power. Yeah. So John, the cabin as of now is off grid. I know most of you have seen the cabin video when we went up there for the home inspection. And we have an estimate for solar power, like a complete solar package for the property. And we are also in the works of getting an estimate from the power company to see what it's going to cost to bring power to the cabin. I kind of would rather be off grid, have our own solar system. Joe, on the other hand, wants to be on power. And I can understand why. He's the one dealing with things. We've got to run power to my grandfather's guest cabin. It's just easier to run power to other buildings if we want electric in the garage and the guest cabin and all that if you're on city power. But it's all going to depend on what the estimate comes back in at, right? I mean, we're not rich. So we do have some money we've set aside for that, whether it's going to be a solar system or actually pulling power to the cabin. We'll have power. So we'll know in a couple months. The electric company is supposed to have our estimate back to us in November. And they're saying that either way, whether we go solar or we decide to go electric from the electric company, we can have it installed and done by the time we get up there in March. So we'll see what happens with that. I need power, especially if I'm going to be up there without Joe for 6 months. I'm not trying to live on a generator by myself with Parker in the middle of nowhere. So not that hardcore. Yes, it sucked standing forever, but was worth it. I forgot my son's wheelchair. Oh, so we had to stand and wait. I felt so bad. Oh my goodness. Talking about the Homesteaders of America conference. Have you heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I heard it's amazing though. I heard they have awesome classes and speakers like Jill Winger and all the people that we all probably watch on YouTube. I've thought about going to it myself, actually. The greenhouse build I saw, and then the Polaris. Okay. All right. So not sure. So John, you might not have seen the Alaska cabin video yet. You should check it out. We went up there in July. It was the first time we physically set eyes on the cabin. We pretty much wrote an offer on it sight unseen other than the pictures online because it was just everything we wanted. It was on 15 acres with this cute little pond, and I knew it wasn't going to last long. So I told our realtor, put the offer in now, and we'll come look at it later. And he did go up there for us and do a FaceTime walkthrough and walk the property for us. So that was really cool. But yeah, go check that out so you can see what it looks like. And I did a walkthrough of the cabin that we stayed in for the weekend. It was a rental cabin. And I also did a walkthrough of our cabin. And I think I shouldn't have done that. I was excited, I just like the cabin. So I'm like, oh, let me give them a tour of our rental cabin. And then I'll give them a tour of our cabin. And some people, double tap through the video or don't watch the whole thing. And they thought that the rental cabin was our cabin. But yeah, so just to give you a heads up, I give you a tour of both there. So I've only been a subscriber for a short time. I also subscribed on your Instagram. Yay! What was your main reason for relocating to Alaska other than how beautiful it must be there? So thank you for joining me over on Instagram. You guys, everybody is different with social media. So if you're on Facebook or Instagram, you can find me, just Blessed and Beautiful Homestead. It is not the and sign. It's spelled out AND, Blessed and Beautiful Homestead. You guys can find me over there. So, what do you think, Joe? You haven't said anything yet tonight.
What?
Keep it clean where my video won't get deleted by YouTube. Why did we choose to go to Alaska?
Get away from all the crazy people down here.
All right. In a nutshell,
Your turn.
that is true. At this point in my life, I feel like I have a better chance with the bears and the moose.
And it just doesn't seem like there's as many rules.
Yeah.
With hunting and fishing. I mean, there are, but
yeah,
it's just more area.
Yeah. A bigger space. Sorry, Lexi just texted me. I was checking that. So there's like so many reasons, but yes, I would be lying if I said the culture that we're living in and the craziness that's going on. My spirit, everything in me wants to go and wants to gravitate towards like-minded people. And I feel like for Parker, our son, he's 9 years old. I want him to be around nature, and I want him to learn to fish and to hunt and to go and do things with his hands and not sit in front of electronic devices all day. And he can do that anywhere, right? But we lived in Alaska twice. We absolutely loved it. Parker was actually born there. The only reason we're in Virginia is because the military brought us here. So I mean, that's a big part of it. Their governor is obviously conservative. They actually just tried to get him to declare a state of emergency due to the surge of COVID cases. And he said, no. He said, yeah, we've had a surge in cases, but they're actually on the decline. Hospitalizations are actually on the decline. I'm not going to mandate masks. I'm not going to mandate the V. He fully supports freedom of choice. And I need that right now. And for a long time, Virginia has been a very blue state and just does not align with our family and our values. So that's kind of in a nutshell. And I feel like, pardon my language, but if shit hits the fan, there's lots of space in Alaska, right? We can just grab those bug out bags and go. Jason, thank you. Bushwhacker for Tina, a shot of aqua for Joe. Cheers, Jason. Thank you so much.
I had chocolate milk.
Oh,
today.
he did. Cheers. Joe had chocolate milk today. He's switching it up for us. Thank you, Jason, for that super chat. That's awesome. Shot of aqua. We used to tease Joe when we would go to like barbecues and stuff. And Joe, that's not an insult, my friend.
I know.
No insult taken, Jason, at all. Trust me. I love it. I was just going to say, when we used to go to barbecues, I would grab my 6-pack of beer and Joe we would tease him and ask him, what 6-pack he was going to grab, Aquafina or, Deer Mountain. So it's okay. He's had to carry me home a couple times. So we're past those years though, right, Joe?
Hope so.
Yeah. I just don't leave the house anymore. That way I'm safe. Let's see. Just make sure I didn't miss any comments here. Angie, girl, you got grit. Don't worry about the doubters. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Angie? Seriously, I've told you guys before, my mom raised us 4 kids on her own. And, the baby daddies were just kind of like MIA. That's just how they were. So, but we had some hard times growing up. I mean, she was one of those ladies that I don't know how she did it. She just made it work. Like I remember living in Iowa, living in the trailer park, and our pipes froze one time because it gets super cold there. And she had me put on a snowsuit with a blow dryer on an extension cord and made me go under. We opened up the skirting of the trailer and she had me go under the trailer. And I remember laying there with the blow dryer. She was trying to get me to like unfreeze the pipes. So I'm just saying, like, I know what it's like to live in difficult situations, in hard situations, right? So, and trust me, we've got protection, we've got guns.
Oh.
We actually just went and got some new pieces this week because I told Joe we're really pushed out there in Alaska on the new property. I wanted to make sure that I had a gun that I could carry with me every day. So whether I'm outside hanging out with Parker playing at the pond, or we go on a little hike in the woods, or take the Polaris out and go do something, if I have an encounter with a bear or something like that, I need a weapon that I feel could actually protect me. I'm probably going to unload the whole clip on it just because that's my adrenaline's going to be pumping. I'll probably freak out, but I need something strong enough where I can protect me and Parker. So, and I'm not afraid of guns. I've been in the Army, the Coast Guard. We love to shoot guns. I'm not afraid to protect myself. And especially when it comes to Parker, right? Mama bears, like, I'm good in that department.
Doesn't have a clip.
I know it doesn't have a clip, but I don't know what it's called on the one that we just got.
It's a revolver.
It's a revolver. Okay. Thanks, Joe. I'm going to unload the revolver on it. Is that better? Challenges into blessings. How's she doing in Cali? So you're talking about Lexi, our sweet daughter. She's doing good. She actually decided to quit her job at the Target warehouse, and she has a friend that got her a job at the Amazon warehouse. So she's switching over there here in just a couple days, but she's doing really well, you guys. She FaceTimes me probably like 8 times a day. We text all the time, and I really miss her. So I try really hard when she's having difficult times over there not to be like, why don't you just come home? You can come home, but I want to tell her that, but I won't. The door's always open, and she knows that. And I'm kind of like tempting her. I'm like, I'm going up to Alaska. I'll be alone for 6 months with your brother. You could come with me, but my goodness, Lexi in Alaska, she's like, no. She might do okay like somewhere near Anchorage where there's more city life, but I don't think she would like to be out where we're going. But she's doing really good. Thank you for asking. Phone died, service is sketchy, John says. Hey, I'm originally from Kentucky, 35 miles from Fort Campbell Army Base, town called Russellville. So yeah, I'm country as a turnip green, and I do have an accent. I can hear it in your messages, John. I'm telling you, that's why I said it with an accent. I can tell you from the country. Yep. Joe went to Army boot camp and A school in Kentucky, right? Yeah, Fort Knox. Beautiful.
I don't know about A school, but yeah.
Where was A school at? Oh, I'm mixing Army and Coast Guard. AIT. I think that's what makes us stronger. Yes, I agree. That is what makes us stronger. I mean, and you never know if you can do something unless you do it, right? I mean, you know, I'm not completely alone up there. Our realtor lives not even quite 30 minutes from the property. Really good guy. And like I said, I'm not afraid. We are going to put some things in place though at the cabin in March before Joe leaves to come back to Virginia. And what are some of those things we're going to put in place?
What, your little door thing?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, this is my thing. I'm fully capable of defending myself, but I need to be aware that something's going down in order to react. So I don't like that when you're asleep, you're like most vulnerable, right? You are out of it. You are asleep. You don't know what's going on until you hear something that wakes you up. And so I told Joe, there's only one door in the cabin. We've got windows, but there's only one door. It's the front door. And we're going to put up, we bought door brackets so that we can put up I guess you would just put a 2x4 in there, right? So a 2x4. You guys can laugh at me all you want, okay? But I've seen shows where these bears go up to these cabins and they're like, and they're pushing on the doors, trying to get in the house. Like, what? Go away, sir. You are not welcome here.
Is that how they sound?
That's how they sound. Yeah. They're like, let me in. I smell your food. And yeah, so I figure I'll hear it. But if I've got the door brace up, Joe's laughing at me. He can't get in, at least until I have a chance to grab my gun, which is going to be right next to me every night. And then when we were trying to adopt last year, you guys probably know we were trying to adopt a little boy and it didn't work out. But the social worker, for the homesteading, they had requirements for the house that you had to meet. And one of them was all the windows on the house had to have sensors. Here we have sensors anyway in Virginia because we have an alarm system on the house. So if somebody opens the window, the alarm's going to go off. Well, up there, we're not going to have an alarm system, but you can still go on Amazon and buy window sensors so that when that seal is broken and the window opens, an alarm goes off from the sensor itself. And I'm going to get those on all the windows. So what if there's like some creepy stalker monster man out in the woods and he figures out that me and Parker are out there by ourselves? If he tries to break into the window, I'm going to hear it. I'm going to grab my revolver and I'm going to handle it. So, just little things to make me feel.
I thought that was just for the bears.
It's for all of it. The bears and the crazy people. She done gone dirty Harry. Sleep tight, Joe. Bet you say sorry from now on. If I lose you again, we'll holler at you later. Love in Christ, peace and grace to you both. Thank you, John. If we lose you, thank you for joining us tonight. You're so funny. You are a hoot. And I love every message I get from you. You're so funny. What an inspirational family you are. I'll catch up with the rest of your video tomorrow. It's 11:45 p.m. here in Scotland. God bless you. God bless you too, my friend. Thank you for joining us from Scotland. That really is cool. Have a great night. So funny. So we have, I think I told you guys before we closed on the cabin, there was an issue with the well on the property. So it was marketed with well and septic. And then during the inspection, they found that the well was just sucking air. Basically, it wasn't
Running out of water.
Running out of water. Yeah. I mean, it was like what, a 48-foot well or something like that. Not very deep at all. So the seller did agree to come down on the sales price so that we could then use that money to put in a new well. So that's actually supposed to be going in this month, actually, like probably in the next week or so. They said mid to late October, the new well should be going in. So that's good. I said, I gotta have water. Hi from Texas. You're so real. I love that about you. Sarah, thank you. I try to be. I want to be real because that's what I like to see is realness. So thank you for that. And thanks for joining us tonight for the Homestead Hangout. Super cool. So yeah, the well's going in. We're waiting on the estimate for the power to be pulled out to the property. And I don't think I got back to the person who was asking about the ferry. So yes, we are driving from Virginia to Washington State, and we'll get on the ferry in Washington and take the ferry up to Alaska. That's the plan for now. Unless
taking some stuff.
Yeah, we're just taking some stuff. So we've got our Ford truck. We just bought a camper shell for it, so we can keep the animals in the back of the pickup. We're actually going to get a heater. What kind of heater is it, Joe?
Just a little, 12-volt heater for the back. Okay,
so like a heater for the back for the animals, because we're going to be going in the middle of March, so it's going to be pretty cold in some areas. So, and we're pulling an enclosed trailer. And the only thing going in the enclosed trailer is the Big Beef Polaris and whatever Parker and I are going to need at the cabin. You know, we're going from 1,800 square feet down to 600 square feet. So we actually spent the whole day today going through stuff and just donating and throwing out stuff that's not going to fit in the cabin. And then hopefully if Joe gets to retire and this all works out with the military, they will move the rest of our household goods for us when he retires. So that's the plan. If things go south with that, as you guys know, we're kind of in the middle of waiting for his religious exemption to get approved for the V mandate. Then we're going to have to pay to ship it up there ourselves. So we're downsizing considerably. So hopefully if that happens, it won't be too bad financially.
Well, I think they'll ship it to California.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So they'll ship it to his home of record, like where he was when he joined service, which is California. So we would just have to get it from California to Alaska if he doesn't get to retire because of this ridiculous mandate. But we'll see. It's all in God's hands. So that's the plan for now. We are taking the ferry.
Just don't hold that against me.
Yeah.
California thing.
Yeah, you're right. If the ferry system decides to mandate the V, then we'll be driving all the way. We're going to drive all the way through Canada and go to Alaska. I'd rather not do that just because it's going to make the trip so much longer, but whatever it takes to get there. So grab a camera and film the bear. That's what these tourists do when they pet the fluffy cows and buffalo in the state park. Oh my gosh, John. I've seen some horrendous videos of people, and it's like all over, what was it, Yosemite, I think?
I think so.
They have all these signs like, don't go near the animals, don't feed them. And then you see these people, they're like, hi. They're trying to like get an Instagram story with the bear or the buffalo or a selfie. Yeah, it's like, no, don't do that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, you guys. It's going to be really busy for the next few months. But as of November, we'll be renters. We won't be homeowners. Well, we will because we've got the cabin in Alaska, but we won't be the owners of this house anymore. We'll be renting it for a few months before we leave in March. And I did throw down some fall seeds in the hoop house. The garden is pretty much done for the year. I don't really think the only thing we have left out there to harvest is celery. And this was our first year growing celery, and they did really good. I was surprised. I just made chicken and dumplings the other day with homemade carrots and celery from the garden and chicken from our backyard. And it was the bomb. So I was super excited about that. So I thought, we're still technically in this house for December, January, February, 4 more months. And I'm like, I can get a fall crop, So I've got some onions going, some lettuces. What else did I put in there?
Broccoli, cabbage.
Brussels sprouts. You guys know I'm not good at Brussels sprouts. I'm like, every time I do a crop, I'm like, just throw some out there and see what happens. I get a beautiful plant and I never get Brussels. So I thought, what the heck, if we don't get any, we'll just leave the buyers with some Brussels plants that don't do anything. I don't know. When we go, I will take a ferry with my son and the rest will drive. My son's seizure meds aren't allowed in Canada. Oh my goodness. So we have to do both ways. I would like us to do all one way, but ferry costs so much. You know what? I agree with you 100%. I was just thinking about that today. This isn't how we wanted to go to Alaska. This isn't how we wanted our retirement trip to go to our forever homestead, right? I would love to be with Joe and have him come and stay with us. But the reality of the world we're living in just doesn't allow for that right now. So you just got to do what you got to do. And it's important for us to get there. And it's a lot easier for Joe to get there on his own later if things get crazier versus trying to get the whole family up there. It's going to be a lot easier if me and Parker are already there and already settled. And not only that, we don't want to leave the cabin up there vacant for a whole year. So I totally feel what you're saying. I hate that we're going up and then Joe has to leave and come back to Virginia for 6 months. I think one of the things that's going to be hard for me too is kind of holding off on all the plans that I have for the property.
You can get it started.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just got to use the right hammer. But going fishing, I can do that kind of stuff with Parker. I would love to go foraging and make some homemade jams with some of the natural resources up there and just fun things like that. So I do plan on keeping my YouTube channel. I've had a lot of people ask me, are you guys still going to do YouTube? Yes. I am so excited to share the whole journey with you guys, what it's like to travel to get up there, what it's like when we get there. I mean, just everything, the transformation of the property and the cabin. That's going to be really fun. And I can't wait to do that with you guys. Hopefully I have internet out there. That's one thing that I still need to kind of figure out and see what I'm going to do about that. We do have, like GCI and companies up there, but I don't know if they have coverage for where we're going to be at. I have the personal hotspot on my cell phone, but that's not strong enough to upload videos. To upload videos to YouTube takes a lot. And the live streams that we're doing tonight, those take a significant amount of internet. So we will figure it out. I pray I don't have to drive into like a Starbucks somewhere to upload my videos every time I want to upload, but we're going to figure it out. We're keeping the channel and we're going to share all of it with you guys. I'm loving your podcast. Hopefully you'll continue that too. Hi, Elena. I didn't know you were here. Welcome. Yes, I'm going to continue that. And I'm also going to try to get on more of a regular schedule with the podcast. With YouTube and everything, they're like, oh, you need to upload a video this many times a week. And same thing with the podcast. And I understand the importance of like being consistent. I'm pretty consistent on the channel. I try to always upload at least one video a week, sometimes more. But it's hard sometimes, you guys, right? Like we're homeschooling, we're in the middle of selling a house and moving and all this stuff. And sometimes it doesn't always happen that way, but, we're going to do our best. So the podcast is fun. I enjoy that platform because I can just be raw and real and share my feelings about everything without holding back. I do have to kind of watch my mouth here on YouTube so I don't get in trouble. Got notified late, dang YouTube. Oh, I think they're doing that on purpose, Elena. They don't like me very much. I was just watching one of my videos back today, and I was like, oh, that one's going to get deleted. That's going to be deleted for sure.
I'm getting sawmill.
Sawmill. Joe's excited. Tell him about your sawmill, Joe.
I don't have one yet.
Yeah. What kind of sawmill are you going to get, Joe?
I don't know yet.
Okay, great.
We're going to get one, though.
Yeah.
And that way we could build everything.
Yeah. So we can cut down our own lumber for all of our building projects and not have to go an hour into a city to Lowe's and buy wood. So we're going to get a sawmill. I'm trying to tell Joe to buy it now so that we can just take it with us and we could just store it instead of buying it up there, because sometimes depending on where you're going to get it from, you might have to pay for shipping and everything. So, but yeah, definitely going to get a sawmill for sure. I cannot wait to have that. You know, that's going to really come in handy with all the projects that we're going to have going on. So,
yep.
Somebody asked me the other day if we're going to do animals up there. I don't know. So, you guys, in Alaska, all of the resources are plentiful. You know, we're going to be hunting and fishing, and we're going to have our chickens for fresh eggs and our garden. See, he already wants out. That's the cat. I told you. He's like, I want to be in here with you guys. But then he's like, never mind. I changed my mind. So I don't know if we're going to do livestock and animals, because if we do cows and pigs and rabbits and all that stuff, it really limits our ability to go out and leave the property for days if we want to go hunting, hiking, camping with little Parker. You know, you got to find someone to watch over the property and make sure all the animals are taken care of. Chickens are easy. You can fill up a huge thing of food and a thing of water, and they're good to go. So I don't know if we're going to do a bunch of animals up there. You know, we can go hunting for rabbit. We can, you know, so I don't know. We'll see. If I ever did anything again, it would be some type of a dairy animal for sure, whether it's a Jersey cow or a good milk sheep, because we love our fresh raw milk. But that might be it. I don't know. We'll see. Is there fish in your pond? So I don't think so. Not yet. But I would like to stock it with fish. And we want to make it a little bit bigger too. I don't know if you noticed from the video, that's a really low point in the property, which is why that's like a natural pond. But the previous owner actually dug that out, had it excavated to make it bigger. And we want to make it a little bit bigger than what it is now. Almost make a little almost like a small lake out there. It's really marshy out there. So you can't really do much with that part of the property anyway, because it's, what do they call it? Muskeg? Spongy, you know, you can't really build anything on it. So why not just take advantage of that and make it a bigger pond / miniature lake and stock it with fish and put a little dock on it so Parker can fish in his own little pond. There's frogs out there and all kinds of stuff. He was beside himself when he realized there's frogs in Alaska. Because in Virginia, we've got tree frogs and bullfrogs, and he's all boy, you guys. We even have a bunch of crawdads out here in our little ditch. So we have like little crawdad cities with their little mud towers that they build. And Parker's always out there, just dirty as can be, coming in, showing me his frogs and stuff. He's all boy. So I've been thinking a lot about maybe trying to start up the adoption process again once we get to Alaska. You guys, whoever is on here that's been with us for any amount of time, you probably know we tried to adopt a year ago and it didn't work out. But it's been on my heart for so long. And I think maybe, you know, everything happens for a reason. And maybe it didn't work out here for a reason. Maybe there's a child in Alaska that God has for our family. So I think when I get up there, I'm going to reach out and start the paperwork to try to get our home study done and see if maybe we can find a child in need in Alaska, and give Parker a little companion. That would be cool. So he's all by himself. And I mean, we're going to have lots of fun, right? And do all kinds of stuff with him. But I think having a sibling to share that experience with is way better. I mean, I had 3 siblings. Joe, you had your sister. And it's just a lot more fun on a property like that when you've got somebody to do things with, you know? I mean, some of you moms can probably relate, right? Because Parker is essentially an only child. Lexi is 10 years older than him, and now she doesn't even live here. And it's like, me and Joe are it. It's like, Mom, come play Legos with me, you know, and it's like, again, I don't want to play Legos. Like, I'm cool. Like, I can color all day long. Like, let's color, let's paint, let's do all of it. But like getting down there with the action figures, like, hey, you want to be my friend? No, I don't. Okay, well then bye, bye. No, I just can't bring myself to that level. So, you know, I think you're a lot better at that than I am, Joe. You are. You build like mansions with Legos and stuff.
I just build this stuff. I don't like play the little guys with them.
It's like running the cars into each other. And I'm just like, every once in a while I'll get down to that level with Parker, but sometimes I'm like, all right, buddy, go play with the chickens. I pray God guides you through the process. You have such a beautiful, beautiful hearts. Thank you, Elena. I do too. And we're going to continue to pray about it and not push it, you know, just see what God has for us. And if there's someone up there that needs a home and a loving family, then maybe it'll work out. So we'll see. Hello, Tina. Hello, Joe. Greeting you heartily from Germany. Hello. Enjoying your channel so much and having great regard for your independence of thinking and your independent way of life. Thank you, my friend. Welcome from Germany. How exciting. I just get so stoked when I see people from all over the world getting on our channel. I think it's cool. Huh?
I think they're more my family.
Okay, Joe, he's checking his ancestry DNA. We were talking about we did ancestry DNA and we found out where we came from. We have Scottish in us, and y'all, I don't think I told you guys yet, but I'm 1% Black. Yes, I am. You know what I'm saying? So that little rap I did on the Polaris video, it's just the true colors coming out. Someone's going to be like, you're stereotyping and saying all Black people rap. Look, I'm not. White people rap too, okay? Look at me. Look at me. Holla. But yeah, it's like straight from the Congo, like the Bantu tribe or something. I got excited. I looked it up and I was like, these ladies with their African hats and their jewelry and their stuff, I'm like, that's where I get it from, yo. That is where I get it from. I'm telling you, Joe. See what I'm saying? Why are you ignoring me? Why do you always do that? Anyway. It's true. I got 1%. So I don't know.
Find it.
Apparently 1%'s not enough though. Oh, it's in your pictures. I think you were from Germany though, mainly.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of Norwegian in me too.
I think that was mine too.
Elena's laughing at me. Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
I don't know where it went.
All right. Well, I think it was Germany and Scottish.
Mine?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
What was it?
It's like Wales and Germany.
I think I have Dutch in me too. When I grew up, my mom used to tell me I had Indian in me. I'm sorry, proper term, Native American. And so you guys remember the Tim McGraw song, Cherokee People? Y'all, when I was a kid, I used to run around and be like, Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live. You know, I thought I was like a Choctaw Indian because she told me I was Choctaw Indian or Cherokee or something. I have no Indian, Native American in me. None. I mean, I did ancestry DNA. I have no Native American in me at all. I was kind of disappointed because, you know, I just wanted to be Native American because they're freaking cool.
Yes.
Who is? German. Cherokee. Elena, you're Cherokee. See, I'm so jealous. And Irish, redheaded, and white as can be. Oh, see, that's Lexi. My daughter, she's white as can be and redhead. And I think it's the Scottish that Joe and I both have. I don't know. 16 thumbs up, everybody. Nice. Yay, let's get to 20. Thank you, Jason. If you guys can hit that like button if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it. That's awesome, Jason. You always like stay on top of it. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought it would be cool to be Native American because I think that like I love their I don't know, I love their history. And I love like who they are and their respect for the land and their traditions. And they're so smart. They really are smart. So I was kind of bummed when I found out that I wasn't Native American, but then I was like, I'm 1% Black. So, you know what I'm saying? And then Scottish. Yeah. I mean, bagpipes and plaid skirts. That's Scotland, right? I can do that. How do they talk?
And what do we got? They left.
Yeah, I think Scotland left. I don't know. I can't do it. I always sound like I'm from like Britain or something. Oh, that's like brave. Merda. You don't want to lose another arrow, right? What? You've got Scottish in you. Give it a shot, Joe.
Yeah, right.
Don't be scared. It's fun. No, okay, I'm gonna stop. It was the bagpipes. Next homestead hangout, we're doing bagpipes in the beginning. Or rap, whichever one. You guys let me know. How'd you guys like that rap I did, huh? Yeah. So the background behind that, we were actually sitting in Ruby Tuesday after Parker's soccer practice, because you guys know I'm a soccer mom now who makes my armpits sweat. I don't really like doing all that stuff and sitting out with all the moms and stuff and the snack schedule and everything. And then this kid has gluten intolerance and I'm like, ah! Anyway, what was I talking about?
The
wrap. So we went to Ruby Tuesday and we were just talking. I was drinking a beer. We were talking about Alaska, all excited, and the Polaris and the UTV. And then we just started rolling with it. And actually, Joe helped me come up with some of the lyrics. Yes. I think he came up with the catching the halibut just for the hell of it. Rap to the bagpipes. Yes, Elena, I love it. All right, girl, I'm gonna think of something. I can do it. Yeah, so I told Joe, I was like, I'm gonna do the rap. I'm gonna make a video. And I had actually intended on doing an actual funny video of like making a music video and dressing up and doing all the stuff. And we got so busy with selling the house, I didn't get to do it. So, you know, I was just sitting in the Polaris doing that video with you guys. And I just want to share you my beats. Let me stop. Anyway, well, yes. So, are you guys ready for the holidays? They're coming up quick. We're in the full swing of the school year. Things are about to get crazy. Homeschooling's going good. Just hanging out with little Parker every day. So I think we're going to take the month of March off because we're going to be traveling to Alaska. And then once Joe comes back to Virginia, starting in April, Parker and I will pick it back up for those last couple months of the year. And man, we'll be done with 4th grade. He'll be going into 5th grade. It's amazing. So my big focus has been math, language arts, and reading. Science and history, I've really been sprinkling in some educational videos and stuff for him. Trying not to make the days too long, you know. He's a 9-year-old boy. He's got a short attention span. So just keeping it fun and keeping it light. So anyway, yeah. Is there any other questions or anything you guys want to chat about? We're at about an hour now. Anything else you can think of, Joe? No?
No.
All right, you guys. Well, I think that's about it. I wanted to share the news with you that little Parker and I will be going up to Alaska. You're going to see your girl getting up there down and dirty. It never fails. When I'm without Joe, something goes wrong. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm a smart girl, you know? And I'm tough. Right, Joe? Yeah, he has to say that. Would love to do likewise, live much more independently and live and work with people I too could call my family. It's hard to meet like-minded folks. You are so right, my friend. It really is. I feel, I've said this so many times, I feel my circle getting smaller, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially in the culture that we're living in today. So hopefully we can meet up with some good people in Alaska. I've met a lot of people on Instagram. It's like a lot of people are moving up to Alaska. It's crazy. I'm like, stop it. No, I'm just kidding. But there is a lot of people in Alaska that share the same values and convictions that we have. So I'm looking forward to getting up there and being around more of that. So yeah, we'll see. So I will keep you guys posted along the way, everything. And let me know if there's anything you guys would like to see on the channel. Just send me a comment, or you can email me directly at blessedandbeautifulhomestead@gmail.com. I check my email every day. It's Blessed and Beautiful Homestead with AND, not the @sign. And I will check my email and get back to you. So, I thought about doing some videos on cleaning out the house, what we're doing to downsize, to move into a little 600 square foot cabin. And even from maybe like a realtor's perspective, if there's anybody in the same boat that we're in, just my perspective as an agent on what we do to get our house ready to list it for sale, and all that good stuff. We've sold 4 houses in Virginia in the last 8 years. So it's definitely a lot of work. So it's got to be show ready, and you've got to kind of depersonalize it a little bit, especially if you want that quick sale, and so that the buyer can really imagine themselves in that home. So there's a lot that goes along with that. But let me know. Message me, email me if there's anything specific you guys want to see. And in the meantime, we will continue making some fun videos for you guys and just showing you our family and kind of our journey along the way. And I just want to say, yeah, Joe, stop touching the desk. He's making the camera shake. I just want to say I appreciate you guys and all of the comments. I love them. I usually check my comments over coffee in the morning, and I giggle out loud. And are we 5? And I love them, so I appreciate it. That would be awesome. It could give me ideas. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll think of some videos to do for that, to maximize, selling your house and packing and how we're downsizing. And you guys, we have a lot of crap. I mean, we've been married 22 years, and thankfully with the military moving every 3 or 4 years, we inevitably kind of purge and get rid of stuff. But my goodness, really quick before I go, I went
rid of a lot of stuff.
We have several dump runs. I have a file cabinet where I keep my bills because I'm old school. I don't do paperless billing. I want a statement in the mail so I can look at it, smell it, touch it, write on it after I paid the payment. You guys, I went through the file cabinet today, and we have a bucket right here that needs to go into the bonfire. It's actually probably a slight form of hoarding. There's no reason to keep that many bills, like from 2017.
98 in there.
There was some 1998 in there. I'm not even kidding you. But here's my thing, okay? Now I'm going on a rabbit trail. If you handle the bills for your family, you'll know where I'm coming from. How many times did you pay a bill and then they send you something talking about, we didn't get your payment? No, I keep all my stuff so I can be like, let me scan this in and send it to you. No, I don't have time for customer service that don't know how to do their job. So I keep everything. I enjoyed this live stream so much. I'm really having a difficult time staying positive right now. I'm usually stronger about life, but really kind of struggling with everything. Oh, my friend. I'm sorry to hear that. I just stay in your word and surround yourself with like-minded people that can help uplift you and encourage you when you're feeling like that, even if it's on the internet, because I don't have a lot of physical friendships in my circle right now that I can go and sit and have coffee with. But even on the internet, you've got to surround yourself with people that can lift you up, because we all grow weary, especially with the things going on in this culture today. Don't know your personal story or what's making you feel like that, but I can only imagine. I probably have a good idea of what's part of that. So just remember that this life is temporary and nothing here is forever, and it's all going to be okay. Think of something that happened really bad 10 years ago to you, or 15 years ago, and you look back on it now and you're like, man, that sucked. So glad it's over. But it always is over, and you always get to move past that, and it's all going to be okay. Even this crazy administration and the culture we're living in, it's all going to be okay. It will. We just have to stay strong. 12 a.m. UK. Hello. Just drove back from dinner with friends. Oh my gosh. It's midnight there. Anita. Thank you for joining me. Anita, I think you're the one that when you comment, I love it because you're always, what do you call it? You're drinking your coffee, but you don't call it drinking your coffee. You call it something else. What was it? I told you.
Oh, a piece of coffee?
No. Jason, I love you too. We love you too. I see your comment. Oh man, Anita, tell me what you say to me in the comments because I can't think of what you call it. But I hear an accent when you say it to me. And I say it to myself when I read your comments and I love it. You're drinking your tea, your spots of tea. No, that's not you. Oh my gosh, I'm going to think of it. Amen. Sister, have you seen the motherhood rap video? No. Angie, I've not seen that. I should probably go look that up. I'm going to look it up when we get off of here. For sure. Oh my gosh. It's going to really bother me now, Anita. She says something so sweet. She's from the UK and she talks to me about drinking her coffee and it's just the cutest saying. I don't know. Anyway, I can't think of it. But yeah. All right, you guys. I guess I should let you go. It's an hour and 15 minutes. So I hope you guys have an amazing October and a safe Halloween if you guys do trick-or-treating and things like that. And don't forget that the November Homestead Hangout is going to also be on a Saturday because Parker's got soccer practice on Fridays. And then we'll be over in December. Thank God. Parker's loving soccer. And it's not too bad, I guess, right? No. But it's like 3 days of my life that are spent at the field and all that good stuff. So November will be a little different. I posted that on the community wall, the date for November, and I'll, of course, give you guys reminders and stuff. But until the next Homestead Hangout, you guys stay blessed, stay strong, and we will see you guys in our next video. Right, Joe?
See you guys.
All right, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.